find your lack of faith disturbing.
Gotcha!
SmashMouth Footballerz. Introducing Nick Tate, Joe Caldero, Chad Young, SmashMouth Footballerz.
Hey, welcome to SmashMouth Footballerz. I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Caldero.
And I'm the Cadillac.
Guys, we're going to talk about the New York Giants at the request of Joe. Episode number 3 going into our post-draft and also our free agency pickups for teams. This is actually my second favorite team to talk about other than the Cardinals. I mean, this is awesome. I mean, the Giants may turn it around.
It's written on the wall. When I was watching this draft, and I think I called you or I texted you, I said that the Saints and the Giants are trying to make me into a Giants fan.
Yeah.
Because they're doing things that I didn't think was possible in New York.
What's that? Trying to win? I mean, they got a couple Super Bowls.
I'm talking about in this draft these people fell in their lap. Arvell Reese, Malagoa, Colton Hood, Malachi Fields. That's a pretty good haul.
That's a great haul. I mean, Colton Hood, the other cornerback was better, but with all those knee injuries, you never knew what they were going to do. Colton Hood, he shut him down just as much as he did on the other side for Tennessee.
Yep.
The biggest pickup the Giants have had was Harbaugh. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The biggest pickup the Giants have had is Harbaugh. Like, you got an adult in the room who's going to make decisions. And look, you could see the philosophy change. Joel Schoen, the general manager, you could see, he's all those signings, 10. I remember watching the podcast. I'm watching the draft and I'm watching the podcast, and Malik Nabers is on there, and Malik Nabers is like, don't pick a wide receiver. And they didn't. And they got Arvell Reese, and he was excited. Mm-hmm. At 10, he wanted Caleb Downs. He was like, pick Caleb Downs. They didn't get Caleb Downs. Later on, Caleb Downs, he goes, not to the Cowboys, because he was like, now I got to play against this guy 2 times a year. But they're number one, their wide receiver, their dog is so invested in it. He loved that Arvell Reese. He knew the players. He knew everything, and I'm watching that, and he is sold in, and I think everybody's going to be sold in to the Jackson Dart, to the Patrick Ricard, to all these pickups they got, Likely, Tremaine Edmonds. They got a captain on the defensive side.
Cam Scatterboo.
Scatterboo's going to run the ball. We made a big deal because they did have a 1,000-yard receiver, and he went to Titans, right? But they said, you know what? We're going to fill that. We're going to go Calvin Austin. We're going to Darnell Mooney. We're going to
draft one.
They got a big body. Malachi Fields is a big body out of Notre Dame. He said, we're going to build this thing in the trenches, special teams. Hey, we know that Harbaugh was a special teams coach.
And he's a trench guy.
He's a trench guy. He plays hard-nosed football. And they're going physical identity. While Dallas is going to play this offense and Philadelphia is going to do this. Hey, Philadelphia's going to play Philadelphia football, and they got a lot of noise coming out of Philadelphia. This division's got some cracks in it, right? You can see that happening. And the Giants just got strong. Hey, they brought in a fullback. That's
a Harbaugh move.
And it's Ricard. Somebody he knows.
Yeah, likely.
Man, I'm so excited about Likely.
I think that Harbaugh knows that Likely wasn't used properly in Baltimore, which could part be his fault, and he's gonna use this guy. This guy is gonna be important. Malik Nabers is way better than Flowers. I'm talking about it's not even a comparison.
Yeah, not
even close.
Yeah,
it's like apples to oranges here.
I mean, Jackson Dart's better than.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's the best quarterback in the league.
Oh, jeez.
Lamar's the best quarterback in the league. What are we talking about?
Let's go back.
Jackson Dart is better than Lamar Jackson.
Let's get back on track. Okay, Cam Scatterboo.
I had to poke the bear dog.
Cam Scatterboo has a running style that is probably going to give him 5 years in the league, if that. Okay.
Hey, but it's going to be fun until he gets there.
But it's fun to watch because of all the contact he takes. But this guy in 8 games did not have over 100 yards. In not one. He had closest 98 yards in one game. One game. So this guy takes contact pretty early in the play.
Yeah, but he ain't going to be there. He ain't going to be there every down back. I mean, they got Tyrone Tasty too. They got some depth there. They got some depth pieces. I'm not worried about like that. I like the offense because you got Nabers and you're going to have Austin, you're going to have Mooney, and you're going to have Theo Johnson, and you're going to have Isaiah Likely.
Oh man, I love it.
Look, dart runs.
Yeah,
this is a 13 personnel team if I've ever seen one.
There should be no problem. Jackson Dart shouldn't have any problems like he did last year. I mean, Jackson Dart, for what it's worth, I know he struggled after a couple starts, and Cam Thibodeaux got hurt. And I mean, this team was kind of on the injury bug there, but he shouldn't have any excuses this year. I mean,
not at all.
No.
And Nabers being healthy, oh my goodness.
And that Francis Malik Goa pick.
I mean, they got to shore up that offensive line, and they did it.
That did it.
I mean, Joel Schoen said, "Hey, we're going to get stronger in the trenches," and I know it didn't make too much sense for him to get rid of Dexter Lawrence like that, and Kayvon Thibodeaux was on the trading block. But I think you got a coach now who's going to get the most out of those edge, because on the edge they are so stacked.
Oh yeah.
I mean, with Burns and Thibodeaux and all those first round picks they got.
They're stacked at linebacker.
And Arvell Reese, you got Tremaine Edmonds. You don't know what Arvell Reese. You can play him on the edge. You can play him off ball.
Yep.
You got the ultimate chess piece.
Abdul Carter as a backup.
I mean,
Abdul
this
Carter
is insane,
is a backup, man.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
Yeah, you like. And there's cracks. There's fractures in that division now. Philadelphia, a lot of noise with A.J. Brown. Philadelphia, a lot of noise with Hurts not having the year he did. The Cowboys.
They're trying to build a defense over there in Dallas. They have to.
They don't have a captain. Nobody. I don't know who's.
They got Caleb Downs. He will be the captain.
Somebody's got to wear the green dot over there.
He will.
I don't know what safety's going to wear the green dot. That's insane to me. And not a linebacker. But somebody's got to wear the green dot.
I mean, you said Saban gave it to Downs when he was as a freshman.
Alabama.
Yeah, I think.
I don't see why going in the NFL he doesn't do no better.
When we talk about the Cowboys, we'll talk about him.
Yeah,
but everything the Giants are doing, I love it. They are 100% competitive to win that part. This division.
Malik Nabers went early last year and he got hurt. This year in fantasy, I'm taking him early. I'm putting all the faith in him because the dude is just a beast. I love how invested he is. I listened to that podcast. He's becoming one of my favorite players in the league. I'm drafting him. Later on in the rounds, Isaiah Likely is going to be there. I'm drafting him. There's going to be times I plug Isaiah Likely in, tight end from tight end 2 to tight end 1, and he's going to be productive. I don't touch Jackson Dart. I don't touch Thibodeaux.
I don't
fantasy-wise. But
Jackson Dart, I do touch.
This team is going to win.
A lot of touching.
Yeah.
But so we were talking about in our last podcast about tight ends. Trey McBride, the draft capital on him is going to be way too high. I never draft 2 tight ends, but this year I might because Isaiah Likely is somebody I'm going to want.
Yeah, I'm taking 2 tight ends this year.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, you got the upside of 100 receptions, and then
if I can get Tyler Warren and Isaiah Likely, I'm winning all day long.
There you go. This is going to be a 7-win team. Next year, they'll probably have 12.
You're talking about 2027?
Yep. I mean, they got the right coach, Joel Schoen. They're building it the right way. Hard-nosed.
So what do you think they missed this year that they can't get to 12?
They need one more offensive lineman.
Jackson Dart's got to grow.
Okay.
Jackson Dart's got to grow. And they need another wide receiver.
They do definitely need another wide receiver.
I agree with that.
But I don't think that's going to be in the draft. That's going to have to come in free agency. You got to have a proven commodity to come here and play with Malik Nabers.
They got a few. Listen,
I mean, if they could poach T. Higgins from the Bengals or somebody like that.
Boy, you want T. Higgins to move.
I want T. Higgins to go somewhere.
I love T. Higgins. He needs to go somewhere.
Yeah. And
him and Nabers would be 1A, 1B. Easy 1A, 1B.
Look, dude, they got Jalen Hyatt. They know he can take the top off of a defense. Calvin Austin Jr., Darnell Mooney. These are just bodies that are going to catch 30 receptions, 40 receptions. Malik Nabers is going to have over 100. And Theo Johnson and Isaiah Likely combined will have over 100.
They'll be on the field together all the time.
Yeah.
13 personnel. But by midfield, Malachi Fields will be the starting wide receiver over Darius Slayton.
It's a big body. He's
a big boy.
Yeah. I don't even know why they made that move. honestly, the Darius Slayton move.
Darius Slayton has been a mainstay on that team for 3-4 years now.
Yeah.
But Malachi Fields is more talented than him, and he's bigger.
Yeah,
you're going to need big guys because Jackson Dart's on the move all the time.
You're going to need wide receivers that block. Mm-hmm. You're going to need big-bodied wide receivers that block, and that's what they do. That's a lot of what the target of a wide receiver is these days. I do need Jackson Dart to not pull the ball down and just try to run after his first read is gone. He does need to work on that, but in this 13 personnel they're going to run, it should be easy for him. I just don't know who the other tight ends. They don't. It didn't look. Patrick Ricard. They can run 13 personnel with Ricard. Yeah. So I mean, this is going to be a fun year. And on 3rd down and 1, there should be no reason why this team doesn't convert.
Yeah, I think
short yardage.
I'm with you.
Yeah. I think they'll be more than a 7-win team. I think they're probably 8-9. I
think they're
8-9.
I want to see some of these.
Their division is so tough, though.
I want Kayvon Thibodeaux. That's why I picked 7. Mm-hmm. They're the 3rd best team in this division.
It's not going to be long, man, if they keep doing this.
Next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With Harbaugh there.
And the noise that coming out of Philadelphia. Yeah.
Hey, there's noise coming out of Dallas, too. So
I don't know who's going to play defense over there.
We'll talk about it.
All
right, guys. This concludes our episode on the New York Giants. We got more to come. Till next time, I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Caldera.
I'm the Shadow Hack.
And we're out.
SmashMouth Footballers.
Artlist.io.
I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, champion. The game is in trouble. I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle. I got it for real. Still keep me going. I wake
Music
up
licensing reimagined.
In the field, man of the town. You've been in your fields. I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty. Either that or your tragedy.